a P-I-G pig.
Hello, welcome to the live lineup where you get Steven Crowder, Tim Pool, Andrew Wilson. He sends his guys to me because his show's right before mine. And all the other shows you just see scrolling by here from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And here's the best part about it. Right here on Rumble, it's free. You'll get educated, you'll get entertained, you'll get titillated. Well, maybe not the last one. Depends what you look like. Today I'm going to be covering Trump might have, it's finally payback time for some of the people that tried to fuck him over in his first term. I don't have my hopes up because these people slide all the time, but maybe one of them get hit by a car or something would be great. Got a close-up look of those 11 assholes that ambushed ICE, and none of them know what their sex is. They're very confused, and that's who you radicalize. And also, Biden's doctor went under oath and took the fifth about 55 times in 4 minutes. And I know they go, that doesn't mean he's not telling me. Yeah, it's exactly what it means. I've heard Gotti do it. Pretty sure he was fucking hiding something. Anyway, my Red Sox put up another 10 runs last night. Listen to this, folks. Well, at least they're an exciting team. I know you're not all Red Sox fans. I understand that, but tough shit. Sit through this 2 minutes. They just beat up on the worst team in baseball, which you're supposed to do. Because if you don't, they go, what the fuck, you lie? And if you do, they go, you beat the... Whatever. They've won 6 in a row. They're 4 games over 500. Last week, they were like 2 or 3, 4 games. That's the highest this year or since, whatever, August of last year, whatever. Put up another 10, lead all of Major League Baseball in runs scored and something else. I forget. But anyways, their offense, I'm excited because these are all young guys, you know? And like Dallas says, you got to keep them, but yeah, keep them right. Give us 3, 4. I see honest to God, and Dallas said this too, he knows his baseball. He played girls softball at Georgia Tech. He was fucking All-American. He didn't have a beard then. Wore some Elton John glasses. No, but he said, what did you say? What was the point I was going to make? Do you remember?
They're going to get in.
They could get in this year.
Win.
Yes, that's exactly how I'm looking at it. If they get in the playoffs, that's what they were shooting for at the beginning. But they got the rest of the second half of the season. It's a little over the first half goes a little longer. But anyway, I've never seen so many young guys hitting that Roman Anthony. He was hitting 114, like I said last week. I think he got 2 or 3 more hits last night. He's at like 270. Everybody's hitting homers all of a sudden. It's pretty and Bregman's coming back at the end of the week or the first game after the All-Star break. It's a frightening lineup all of a sudden. It's very weird. And they're getting great pitching, and you guys have heard enough. What do you want me to talk about the Arizona Diamondbacks? They got a colored kid who can throw that ball. And that's not racist. People refer to themselves as people of color. So colored person, you see, I don't play those I don't let them bully me linguistically. Never have. And that's why I'm doing a podcast instead of playing 8,000 people. Hello. Speaking of that, first of all, I want to apologize to my fans that were going to come out and see me this weekend in Dallas and Houston on Sunday night. Double booking or something. This has happened a few times. It happens in my career. Not too often, but there was a mix-up as far as booking. It had somebody else on the books or whatever the hell. So we're rescheduling. I might even have the new date for you on Monday. Not sure yet. Tommy's working on it. He thinks he's already got a new date. So again, we apologize, but shit happens, unfortunately. What are you going to do? Black coffee. It's good for your teeth and gives you great breath, and you can't shit for 2 weeks. Keep drinking it. So funny. Every other story, it's great for you, it's bad for you. It's bad. So you know what you do? You drink it.
I'm sure there are studies that say water are bad for you. It just doesn't matter what you fucking drink or eat.
Those come out of Flint, Michigan. Yes, those studies. That's true. The water is... I lived in Woburn, Massachusetts, folks. Woburn, Woburn. Google it. They made a movie about the water in Woburn. It was so polluted with chemicals and shit. John Travolta was in it, I think. I can drink the water. And Woburn, Mass. They literally made a fucking national movie about it because of all the
Aaron
chemicals.
Brockovich.
Huh? Brockovich? Was
Aaron Brockovich? That was a whole water thing, too.
Was it about Woburn or no?
I don't know.
She was a water thing, too? Yeah. Really? Yeah, her water broke when she was pregnant. I'm waiting for the sequel when she takes it. They cut her. Oh. A little early in the show for that type of visual, isn't it? No. So, yes. What the fuck else happened? Stuff I can't mention. Still learning my car. I go play Sirius Radio, and it keeps going to this thing called Tune In that plays that house music that literally ages me. that is the cancer of, you know when people say the last couple generations have had shitty music? I blame it on that fucking house synthetic drum beat that is soulless. It keeps going to that. I don't know why. I'm still learning my car.
It's trying to piss you off.
It is. I thought I heard Siri snickering. But it goes right to that. It plays that shit that you hear at a titty bar in fucking Oklahoma. Atlanta, I mean. Pick a black city. Oklahoma's a state. It's like that country, Denver. It's making me nuts. I learn on the fly, and you're not supposed to do that when you're doing 70 on a highway. I'm literally pulling up the manual on the screen, you know. Not a good idea, but it's a little frustrating. Most of the times it works. All that shit's overwhelming. It's fucking this 19. You got the home thing. I know that because it looks like a home. I'll hit that button. Yeah, I hit that and I go, take me home. It's like, it's the other button, shithead. Hit the Apple button. Give me an apple. That's me. Yeah, I love the car, though. Smooth ride, quiet. Excuse me. I ate a Cub Scout's ass for breakfast. Oh, stop it. You're jealous. All right, enough of the horse shit. And again, I apologize for the non-gigs. Payback's a bitch is the headline. President Donnie Trump, boy, what does he feel like inside? I'm never going to take this for granted. What he went through from the time he came down that escalator. I said it yesterday. Between the first term and all the shit they try to do him, literally gets shot in the face. Guy is, and I'm still nervous for him. Because anybody in history that's ever tried to make real change ends up, 6 feet under. Trump reacted Wednesday to former CIA Director John Brennan, seen here, and former FBI Director James Comey, two of the biggest dildos in D.C., reportedly being under criminal investigation for Brennan and him are under criminal investigation for potential wrongdoing related to the Trump-Russia probe. Where's Adam Shithead Schiff? Maybe he's next. It's got to be a whole lineup of them. Here's Trump being asked about it, and he plays mellow. He's like, well, whatever. But inside he's going, I would like to hang these two cocksuckers from the highest bridge. But here he is acting like the president. I don't like that. I like unpresidential shit. Go ahead.
James Comey and John Brennan now under criminal investigation related to the Trump-Russia probe. Do you want to see these two guys behind bars?
Well, I know nothing about it other than what I read today, but I will tell you, I think they're very dishonest people. I think they're crooked as hell. And
Boise Planet.
Maybe we have to pay a price for that. I believe they are truly bad people and dishonest people. So whatever happens, happens.
Inside. Right now under the table, he's got a chubby. Anyways, Justice Department sources told Fox News Digital that CIA Director John Ratcliffe, apparently things are going well. Looks like the evil witch looking at Dorothy. I'll get you, my pretty. Referred evidence, of wrongdoing by Brennan to FBI Director Kash Patel, who we had on this show before. He's FBI Director. And I just said to Dallas, it's so ironic. The head of the FBI looks like every Hamas leader wants to blow this country to smithereens. And we loved him. This guy plays in a hockey league and brilliant guy.
Well, like you said, he's whiter than either of us.
When he talks, oh yeah, he makes us sound silly. You'd think you'd hear that, Allah Akbar shit coming out of him. The sources said that Ratcliffe's referral was received and told Fox News Digital that a criminal investigation into Brennan was opened and is underway.
I'm going to find out what the hell happened here.
Here's Brennan finding out that his daughter just had another baby. Very excited. DOJ sources declined to provide further details. It is unclear at this point if the investigation spans beyond his alleged false statements to Congress. As for Comey, Department of Justice sources told Fox News Digital, if I say that again, I'm going to puke, that an investigation into the former director is Didn't I already just read this? Am I not repeating myself?
They are.
Oh, but could not share details of what specifically is being probed. The full scope of the criminal investigation into Brennan and Comey is unclear, but two sources describe the FBI's view of the duo's interaction as a conspiracy, and that's in quotes, which could open up a wide range of potential prosecutorial options. So, yeah, I would think so. Hang them by their balls.
Counselor!
I don't know. And I'll say it again. I'm going to say it to my fans out there. If they don't go to jail, whenever this hearing goes and it becomes official, if there's any sentencing, if they don't go to jail and shit, I'm telling you guys right now, shoplift, steal cars, don't pay for another fucking thing. Start going into Apple stores in groups like the brothers do. Take anything you fucking want, because apparently only we follow the goddamn laws, not poor people and powerful people. Good message for the kids. Drink your milk. You're going to need strong bones to lift that stereo. Stereo? What is this, 1978? Those Bose speakers, they can get really heavy. Did I sell Bose speakers or did I can't remember. I think I did from... Who out there plays guitar, and how many of you have smashed it in the living room? Like your John Mellencamp after a bad set. I see why you're supposed to take it up when you're like 6. Still fucking fun, though. Still fun to keep the neighbors up. Playing the first 11 notes to Iron Man. All of a sudden I hear a gunshot. Fucking neighbor. God. Speaking of gunshots, the headline, 11 fucking assholes. Well, that's pretty clear. Not talking about the New York Jets either. Anarchist militants allegedly launched an ambush, that's in quotes, outside an ICE detention center. This is a couple days ago, but I wanted you guys to get a close-up look at the vermin. Detention center near Fort Worth on July 4th. God damn. Now officials have published their identities, and the Dallas Express has found their mugshots. The United States Attorney for the Northern District of Texas charged 11 suspects for the attack in which a gunman shot a police officer in the neck. I thought it was an ICE guy that got hit in the neck. Whatever, as the Dallas Express reported. Acting U.S. Attorney Nancy Larson, seen here with earrings, called it a planned ambush with intent to kill. Well, she must be a goddamn detective. To kill ICE correction officers. By the way, assaults, I saw this in the news, assaults on ICE agents up 700% from this time last year. So it's becoming the trend. And I said it before, even all this shit started, when Trump took over in January, and I saw that the left was not backing down a second, I go, we're going to get closer to civil war now. Because they've run out of shit. I was going to say they run out of bullets. Apparently not. Anyways, ICE corrected. Militants in black body armor allegedly surrounded the ICE Prairie Land detention facility in Alvarado. If I was on the news, I would, Alvarado. They do that. They're talking perfectly. South of Fort Worth, late on July 4th, gunmen took their positions and shot an Alvarado police officer in the neck and fired at ICE corrections officers. Why does it just say the suspects? Oh, okay. Federal officials hold on, folks. I'm getting to them. They're beautiful people. Federal officials are charging 10 suspects, each with 3 counts of attempted murder of federal officers and 3 counts of firing a gun in a violent crime, as opposed to firing a gun in a peaceful crime. What the fuck? What, are people using super soakers when they're robbing banks now? Get the fuck out of here. An 11th suspect was charged with obstruction of justice and conspiracy for allegedly attempting to destroy evidence and not using hygiene products for 2 years. Cameron Arnold, here they come. Look, what do you notice first, folks? Is that a guy or a girl? And that's the point of all this and why I'm showing you. These are misfits that don't fit into society. They're outcasts. They're angry. They don't believe in God, but if they did, they'd be angry at him for making him this freak. Okay, this thing doesn't know what it is, and it needs a support group. So they can blame somebody. Why not the United States of America? That's where all this stems from. You think it's a coincidence half the women in the Democratic Party look like, fucking Brad Marchand for the Bruins? Look at this. That's Cameron Arnold, also known as Autumn Hill. Stripper, too? According to the criminal complaint. Jail records list Hill's sex as male, and we'll take your word on that one. And he's from the Dallas area. Please welcome, it's like a dating game. Please welcome Autumn Hill.
I'm gay, I'm really gay, I'm super duper gay. I'm gayer than a rainbow, I'm gayer than I'll say.
Gayer than you say, you just said it. Bradford Morris is similarly also known as Megan Morris. Are you guys picking up a pattern here? Unhappy people? Those are the ones you radicalized. They got no friends. Except for these people, that supply them with tactical equipment, guns, and, the George Soroses of the world. They very easy to radicalize. It's pretty much what Hamas goes after and Al-Qaeda. That's Megan Morris, by the way. Jail records list Morris' sex as male. According to the criminal complaint, Morris is also from Dallas? Jesus, what's going on? Maybe your son looks like a to me. Oh, come on. Pretty kid. Leave him alone. Joy Gibson of Dallas. I'm glad I might be lucky I didn't go. I could have got killed over there. Now, here's Joy of Dallas. This one's up for grabs. I just say, not a pretty girl. Although the eyes, I've seen those eyes in a bar fight. Girl, I guess. Let's take a look at another one. Elizabeth Soto of Fort Worth. They're all in the Fort Worth, Dallas area. That's Liz Soto.
The hell's wrong with you? Look like a Puerto Rican whore.
Then you got Inez. Oh, family. Inez Soto of Fort Worth. Look at that. And that's a woman, ladies and gentlemen. No, that's we. That's as happy as that guy/girl gets. Anyways, I don't know.
You go fuck yourself, convict!
Savannah Batten of Fort Worth. I don't know. That's a young Dennis Leary. I don't know where to go with that one. That's Marsha Brady if she played girls softball. You want to see really nice asses? Watch girls softball. And the pants are ridiculous. I sound like a woman that talks about the NFL. We watch because of their ass. No, I'm watching for the double play and the skills, although they're pretty friggin' good, those girls. Maricela Rueda of Fort Worth. There she is, all happy and shit. Seth Sykes of Kennendale. Yeah, he looks normal. Zachary Evitz of Wakachee. Thank you, Dallas. Dallas, I didn't tell you he's part of the Blackfoot tribe. Waxahachie. I whacked my hatchie. God damn. I whacked it on the coffee table when I was walking through at midnight. Nathan Bauman of College Station. He's a handsome young whatever girl. I didn't say that, Tony. But are you getting the gist of the people that are unhappy there? Here's the story of some men/ladies who wanted to be three lovely girls. All of them had tactical equipment like their mother. Somebody finished that. The youngest one fucking throws rocks and hurls. Got nothing, folks. You wouldn't want me to do that. Song parodies are for hacks. You know, the hacks that make $10 million. I worked with this guy, and he's a good guy. Rodney Carrington, cowboy hat. But, guitar act, song parodies and shit, and a good guy. I don't hold anything. As Jay Leno said, there's enough room for everybody. But unfortunately, the ones that, don't do it, I don't think he does what I do for a living. But Rodney Carrington, he's huge. Plays to a lot of people. So then I was doing some gig, and my opening act was some nerdy fat kid from down south who loved Rodney Carrington. And the kid goes to me, you're not a headliner, you're a closer. This is like 20 years ago. And I bullied him we stayed in a condo. I bullied him. He was on the couch reading the paper in the morning. I'd get up and I'd whip a pillow. I'd knock his glass of orange juice out of his hand. I mean, just fucking tortured him. I actually liked him. He goes, you're not a headliner. I go, why do you think he's listen to this. And this is a comedian, suppose. I go, why do you think he's a headliner and I'm not? He goes, he did 100,000 in T-shirts last year. Oh, my God. I told Colin Quinn that story. We still talk about it. Oh, my God. I go, oh, that's a headliner. And he was kind of right. I'm sure the guy could pick up a club and go and fill it in a second. But he doesn't do what I do for a living. Same with Jay Leno. Leno used to say that when he was still a comic about guys. He goes, what the fuck did he say? I can't remember. It must not have been that funny. God damn it. Something about I don't show up to your show and start juggling. Whatever the fuck. I just gave it a punchline there. So that was Nathan Bauman. He used to return punts at College Station. That's Texas A&M, isn't it? Yeah. Yep. I always confuse that with Happy Valley for some reason, which is Penn State. Yep. All right, boys and girls, you got your little lesson in terrorists and Antifa and college football. Let's move on to giant mistake, ? As you know, I'm a bit of a Sox fan, and Rafael Devers is, if he keeps it up, probably a surefire Hall of Famer, one of the best hitters in baseball. We knew he was the real deal when he came up his rookie year against the Yankees. I don't know if it was a playoff game or not. I think it was. And Aroldis Chapman, our current closer, was on the mound. Devers comes up. Aroldis Chapman throws 103. He's touched 105, they said once. But he throws now 100, 101, 102. Easy. Okay? And he's 39 years old. And Devers comes up. Here's the other thing. He's a lefty, Aroldis Chapman. And if you know baseball, lefty pitchers love to throw against lefty hitters. Lefty hitters hate to hit against lefty. Usually you put a pin. Anyways, what did Devers do? Turned around 103-mile-an-hour fastball. That's when we went, oh, I don't care if this guy's retarded, which he turned out to be apparently. Rafael Devers arrived in San Francisco because the Sox, this was a blockbuster a couple weeks ago, seemingly ready to be a team player and try his hand at first base. But the ex-Red Sox third baseman has apparently not fulfilled that promise, apparently skipping out on a first base workout with a former Giants star. And when I say star, Hall of Famer, you wouldn't want to mess with, what's his name? Will Clark, right? Will Clark, you don't want to fucking piss off. Will Clark was a redneck, openly redneck. And everybody would call him a racist and shit. He reminded me of the modern day Ty Cobb. He was just a fucking guy who loved to hunt and fish and was an unbelievable baseball player. And he always had the chaw and shit. And he'd say whatever the fuck you wanted to say. And so when he tells you you're supposed to show up with him to work on fucking Devils, no call, nothing. What does that sound like? Oh, I don't know. What's the video, Dallas?
It's you guys talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Here's a WEEI in Boston, I think. This is one of the a big sports show in Boston, of course, talking about Devers because this story hit home. It was a national story.
Trying to get big hitters, and they think he's going to win them divisions and hit a bunch. He's going to hit home runs. Of course he is. They don't yet know what is going to happen with the player. I was there the second day. Will Clark was there to work on ground balls with him at first base, and Rafi didn't show up. So that's the person that these guys have been dealing with for a long time. And again,
no respect. And it's tough because these guys like Rafi Devers grew up probably dirt poor, the Dominican Republic or whatever. Their agents are supposed to take them under their wings and tell them how to behave. But he's already got $335 million in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. So poor, he's probably using a bathroom curtain rod as a baseball bat in the Dominican. Remember, they'd use fucking rocks as bases and shit. Now he's got $335 million. And, probably Machado. Manny Machado was a real punk when he came up. Another one, I don't know his background, but I assume he was poor too. But he had no couth and just fucking... But you see they season and then they learn how to act like pros. But he's been at it 9 years and the Giants must be going, oh, you motherfuckers. Clark is a six-time, the guy that was supposed to teach him, six-time All-Star and Gold Glove first baseman with the Giants in his playing days, gave his version of the story earlier this week on his Deuces Wild podcast. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, he did not come out early at all, period, not at all. This is you know who talking. In fact, he didn't even hit on the field, Clark said. Everybody's like, oh, my God, I'm sorry, Will, I'm sorry. Even now they're afraid of him. It appears to be a continuation of the frustration situation that played out for Devers in Boston this season as the slugger was asked to give up his spot at third base for newly acquired Alex Bregman, who, by the way, had 10 or 11 homers and 35 ribbies in like the first month. He still got voted to the All-Star. He hasn't played in a couple months because of a quad strain. He got voted to the All-Star. He's coming back. It's very exciting to me. Devers has played 20 games for the Giants, all as a designated hitter, adding 2 home runs and 9 ribbies. He'll have to pick up the glove sooner or later. Clark is planning to make sure of it. He said he's going to show up at his house with a shotgun and some chaw. But Rafael Devers, the next time I'm in San Francisco, this is Will Clark talking. Your ass will be on the field at first base. Just letting you know that, Clark. He hasn't changed a bit. Even if I got to grab you by the fucking back of the neck. He still dislikes black people. Dominicans, whatever. And drag your ass out there. You'll be at first base, he says. And, of course, Devers texts back,
kiss my ass.
Oh, God. Since he has left Devers, Sox have been on a tear. Yes, probably coincidence, but all these young guys are as good as they said they were in the minors, and they're just hitting the shit out of the ball right now. But we'll see, because Tampa Bay, who I believe is ahead of the Yankees right now, or they're in second, but a couple days ago they were ahead of the Yankees, but I think the Yankees might. Anyways, they're coming to Boston for 4 games this week, starting tonight. So we'll see what's up.
Well, it was good to have those cupcakes leading up to it so you can gain momentum.
That's how we look at it, you know. Like I said to Dallas, when you beat, look, Colorado's literally having even a worse year than the White Sox had last year, I think, which was a record-breaking shit year. So yeah, they were supposed to slap them around, and you're supposed to sweep teams like that. And they swept the Nats before that, who stink. Because you know how it is in sports. If you beat them, they're like, well, you look at their record. You fucking, and if you don't beat them, what the fuck? Look at their record. You can't beat them. What I'm saying is you can't win. You're between a rock and a cock. You know that feeling, ladies. You're at the beach. Hypocritic oath is the headlines. But before I do that, what did I want to say? Again, as I aforementioned, go to nickdip.com for my dates. We're still fiddling with some. But again, apologies for this weekend in Dallas and Houston. While you're at nickdip.com, go to the merchandise page. That's how you support this show. You guys don't buy hats. I have to live on bologna and dog food for the rest of the year. It's really upsetting. So buy a couple hats, buy a couple gloves, and we should start selling different stuff that other shows. You know what I mean? Why not dildos and vibrators and shit? I build them in my garage as a hobby. I take old grapefruits and... Grapefruits? No, eggplants. I'm sorry. Anyways, anything else I had to say after that?
Hi. Good night, everybody.